Maybe I can turn on the back up and light. I'm just gonna go turn on this light real quick. See if that helps. Alright, we already got a decent amount of viewers. Let's just see if I can rotate my camera to help that. There we go. Alright, I am live now. So we are going to be testing out some of my new stuff. I believe I have my microphone connected here. Let me see if I do though. It should be connected, but let me just get my stuff connected here real fast. Actually, I think if I might have to turn that light off. Actually, it's gonna be a bit dark in here, but like just annoying. There you go. So now we should have some more light here. So let me just do some stuff real quick and then I will get my screen connected. How do I do that? There we go. And then Android Cast. See, it's too dark in here. Without. I'm trying to get a good light angle there. There we go. So if you're just trying the stream, I am going to be doing some like Blookets and Cahoots, and I'm also going to be talking about the severe weather threat on Sunday. So make sure you stay for that. I do not know what to do because it's too dark in here without my big light, but it's too bright in here with it. And like I don't know what to do. But let me just get this connected first. There we go. Start broadcast. And we should be connected now. Yep. Let's minimize that though. Let me turn my big light here on. There is a little bit of a glare, but that should make things much better. Anyways, if you have just joined, make sure to share this stream with your friends and family, and also make sure to like the stream and subscribe to my channel so that YouTube will push this out to more people. I'm going to be doing some fun in Blookets and Cahoots, and I'm also going to be covering the severe weather threat that could develop on Sunday. I'm going to be talking about that, where people should be concerned and what could happen with that. So anyways, let's get to this and let's talk about the weather around the country. There we go. We want to, what if we do partial like that? There we go. That's much better. I'm just trying to get this to work here. What do you mean device is disconnected? What did I do? Start connecting. Connecting to iPad. I don't know why you ended the broadcast. Like, that was so weird. Anyways, we are casting. Oh, maybe because I closed the app. We're going to share that here. And as you can see, This is split screen. This is the weather around the United States. Right now, you can see off of the western United States, we have several winter storm warnings, winter storm advisories, where we are seeing some snow out here. We do have some wind gust reports from here. We had a decent amount of alerts out here in California, especially along the coast for water spouts, and we actually had a few tornado warnings. If I remember correctly, one down near Los Angeles, even a couple up in this area here. But as you can see, no severe river threat has continued, and we also have some. I'm pretty sure there were some ice storm warnings out here. Maybe they just disappeared as a glitch, but we could see up to a third of an inch of ice across portions of western Pennsylvania in here. So make sure to watch out for those icy roads. And if we look at the rest of the United States here, generally pretty quiet. Still some good temperatures there. And if we go to the severe weather threat, if we go to day 3, you can see we have a pretty large marginal risk of severe weather across eastern Missouri, southern Illinois, much of Indiana, much of Ohio, much of Kentucky, western and central Tennessee, northwestern Mississippi, I guess. That could be northwestern, and northern and central Little Rock, where we have a potential for some isolated severe weather, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if they added a slight risk somewhere in this general area, and we'll talk about why in a minute. But first, let's go to the Storm Prediction Center website here. And let's go to day 3. You can see we have a pretty large marginal risk of severe weather over here. And if we go down to their forecast, we're talking about here isolated damaging wind gusts and perhaps a brief tornado or two are also possible, or are possible. Not much of a hail threat, but I do think there's a good chance this will get upgraded to a slight risk, and we're going to talk about why. So if we go to the Colorado State University weather forecast, which they have weather models and stuff they use, we go to day 3. You can see they have a pretty large day 3 15% wind risk across northern Arkansas, southern Missouri into southern Illinois, much of Indiana, northeastern Kentucky, southwestern Ohio. Although I do think we could see a few tornadoes as well, but not a very significant tornado outbreak. But generally, the threat of a few tornadoes. I don't think it's going to be anything significant in any sense for tornadoes or rain at this point, though. We can actually go to the weather models here, and let's just look at what some weather models think about it. I think I'll go here since that gives a good general range. And we're going to go back to 18Z. Does that go over? Yeah, we can see generally the starting of that event. You can see maybe some semi-discrete cells that quickly cluster up there. Maybe we'll have to go to a model like the wrap. Let's see what the wrap says about this. As you can see here, generally a line of thunderstorms. Pretty organized as it gets into western Kentucky, central Indiana there, western Tennessee as well. Let's look at the wind shear. So we'll get to low level wind shear for this event. You can see generally some decent wind shear of 40 to 50 knots. Not bad for the lower levels. Nope, we want to go to 500 millibar wind speeds now and see if there's any change of wind direction and height. You can see generally stronger winds aloft. And they do change a little bit in the direction. Actually, let me see. Those are pointing generally west to southwest there. Um, Going down to 850 millibars. Let's go to like 925 millibars actually, because those are the really low levels. You can see generally more pointy towards the south, so there is some good change of direction with height. Let's look at our dew point here to see how big of a warm sector we have for Sunday. And I will say that warm sector, we have a large area all the way up into southern Illinois, southwestern Indiana of 60-degree dew points, which should be enough for a severe threat. You can see it drops pretty fast to the west. It's going to be pretty dry and cold out to the west once that reaches there. But what matters the most really is our instability. So we're just going to look at our mixed layer cape instability here for Sunday. And as you see here, generally not great. This is why we're not going to see a big event, because we don't have a ton of cape, probably around 500 joules per kilogram of cape with this model. We can also look at the NAM, but the NAM isn't the best with severe events. Sometimes it likes to exaggerate, I think. But you can see generally here, you seem to have your line here, then you have a few prefrontals, it almost seems. Looking at our wind shear, let's go to 925 millibars. For Sunday, you can see generally pointed to the south. But if we go to the 500 millibar, we should see it more pointed to the west. Yeah, west, southwest, which you can see that has a much more potent trough. I don't know if that's positive retilt or negative retilt. I don't know much about that, but it seems to become a neutral tilt by the time it gets way over here. Let's look at our surface products here. Here's our dew point. For Sunday, you can see generally decent mid upper 50s, low 60s dew point across a large area there. And you can see a lot of dry air behind that. Generally seems like a big Arctic blast potentially there. I'm looking at our cape out here. You can see generally it has like no cape, which would be unrealistic, but yeah. Anyways, we can do a Kahoot now, I guess, or a Blooket. So let me just find Blooket here. Log in. There we go. And we are logged in here. Let's go to Discover. Let's see. This seems like a good one. So we are going to do a Blooket. Oh my goodness, why are so many plus only ones? What happened to the free? I'll do crypto hack, I guess. So feel free to join this game once I get it started. I'll just do 15 minutes. There we go. The code should generate here soon. There's the code. So the code here is 6360006, which there are a lot of zeros for some reason. But make sure to share this with your friends and family. If you haven't already, make sure to like this stream and subscribe to my channel so that YouTube will push this out to more people. And I can see we finally have some more people joining my stream here. Let's see. I'm just waiting for some people to join my Blooket here, or the Blooket I'm hosting here. Um, let's see. Um, hmm. Doesn't seem like we have a lot of people watching right now. I don't even know if my mic's working. Hopefully my microphone's working. Um, there we go. Hopefully that did something. I don't know. If you've just joined the stream, I am doing a Blooket right now, so feel free to join the Blooket if you want to. I appreciate it if you did, though. Let's see. I don't seem like I have a lot of viewers, but let's see. What should I do? Because there's not really a lot else to do. So I'm just waiting for some people to join my Blooket here. Let's see. I'm gonna go for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay? Don't leave the stream. Don't leave. Don't you dare leave the stream while I go. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Well, there's not a lot of weather. And it's not just weather stuff. Love you, kiddo. Love you. Don't know what else to do. Like, weather's boring right now. There's nothing. Alright, I suppose. Alright, seems we actually have some people in, so I guess we'll go ahead and start this here. Wait, why is it not showing? Oh. No. No. Wait. No, it paused. No. No. There we go. Alright. There we go. Let's just skip this all. And it should start now. Let's see. Let's see, what else can I do that's exciting? Um, let's see if I can find any like traffic cams and Pennsylvania traffic cameras. No. That- Let's see, what area do we need though? What, did they cancel the ice storm warnings? I don't know where they live. Um, I don't know if I can find traffic cameras here. Maybe I could try like Williamsport area. Let's see if that helps. Um, are these even live cameras? So this is what it looks like in Williamsport right now. You can see there is some snow there, a little bit of snow, and it seems that the roads are pretty much cleared of traffic at this point. Let's see. Maybe go to weather cams. They have some weather cams here. This seems like a good one. Where's the drums, Pennsylvania? Where? Let me look at the camera. There you go. This is what it looks like there. But now I have to find where that is. Because if it's in the wrong part of the state, then right now I'm just looking for some traffic cams, so what is the name of the town again? I can't remember. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom. Oh my goodness. It won't let me zoom out. Bro, it crashed. How do you crash? You go. What? Drums, Pennsylvania. No, I need to search that up here to see what area that is. Hello, please let me search. Drums, Pennsylvania. Well, this is not helpful. You'd even give me the right state. I might just have to end the stream, honestly. Thank you all for watching, and I'm about to end the live stream here. Goodbye.